Well, Happy New Year, Colas85. I'm back. Oh, I don't like this background. Let me see. Well, I'll stay like this for a minute. Well, Happy New Year. How's it going? Hey, everyone. Happy New Year to y'all. I know I haven't been on here for maybe 2 weeks? I think it was 2 weeks. Yeah, it was 2 weeks, I think. So I took a break for a minute because I got so caught up watching YouTube and watching other channels and basically working. And there, Erica. Hey, Sexy P, you're new. I never saw your name unless you change your name. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Ooh, y'all came on here in a hurry. I got 8 people on here. All right. Hey, David. Well, I miss y'all too. I said, let me come on. Basically I've just been so busy. Not busy, but mentally draining, working. Yes, welcome, Sexy P. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. I know you told me I was missed. So I know people say, where's she at? What's she doing? So, hey, Marlene. Welcome. You're finally here. I've been watching your videos too. You haven't been on for a minute either. So when you did come on, I catch you since you live probably not too far from where I live, up in that Gwinnett / closer to Snellville area. You were the one who brought me on to Culver's. It's been a minute since I've been to Culver's. I have not been going up there lately. But yep, y'all, I'm back. I just had to catch up on things. Sometimes, when I was working at Wayfair and, be on the phone and working. And then when I get off from work, I try to do my little survey assignments. Okay. And I've been kind of holding back on some of the survey assignments, but that was really the beginning of the year. And then, of course, I'm waiting for my laptop to arrive for tomorrow to work for Intuit with TurboTax. I already spoke with my manager today online, somewhat like a meet and greet, I guess you could say. She's real nice. She lives up there in Connecticut. And, I'll be working with Intuit and I'll be working with TurboTax. Well, I'll be working with Intuit, which is taxes. So I'll be getting my laptop tomorrow, and then when I get it, I have to sign into it, and then it takes hours to. Oh, I ain't gonna forget about the YouTube. Trust me. After a while, it gets kind of hard to make up content or say, okay, what am I gonna talk about, or whatever. And I'm gonna need to start doing more not live videos, tape videos. Like streaming videos. Like I made one last week when I went to the dollar store and I was buying those different things for starting a garden. I'm gonna start again this year. So I bought me let me show y'all some of the things I bought. Hold on, this in the bag. Now I'm gonna show y'all everything, but and I got shorts on too. Because I knew I was embarrassed a couple weeks ago. Ain't nobody told me except for one person sent me an email. See, I bought a couple of these are some of the stuff I bought from the Dollar Tree. These are plant clips. Oops, you can't even see it. Plant clips and what is this? A soaker hose. I know y'all can't see it because I can't even see it. I need to change that background. And then I bought these. These are herb rocket parsley, dill. What is this? Oh, here's my damn. No, these are seeds that I had from Lillian. Gave me some seeds. I finally opened up the package, and this is thyme. And then I had got another one, but it's in the planter. I actually planted it. So they said plant it, water it, and that's it. So hopefully I'll plant these other three tomorrow in the those little pots that I bought from Dollar Tree. And then this is what we got from Wayfair. Somewhat of a Christmas gift, I guess you could say. They gave me a hat. They gave me this mini Bluetooth speakers. They gave four these little RX bars. They gave a class pass, which is 25 sessions for class pass. They said bamboo socks that I'm wearing. I don't know. I'm not getting anything. Maybe it's the internet connection. Then I got this nice looking I don't know what you put hot drinks, cold drinks, and they gave us a class pass. The class pass was 25 classes that I could go to and either work out online or I could go to any numerous places in Atlanta for like exercise gym or salon. And that's like almost like a $50 value of classes. And these socks. Ooh, it's so comfortable. It's called Bombay or something. It's real comfortable, very expensive. Hey, Fiat. So basically, that's So the box came today, and it had all these little goodies in this box, and it was two different types of things you could choose from. So I chose the one that had the Bluetooth and the socks and those RX bars. This expensive ass cup, you know. So this will be like, the last time they gave us welcome gifts, it came with a like another tumbler, I guess you call it. Oh, you can see my living room and head because I got the background check. So, anywho, yep, that's pretty much it. So, of course, my thoughts about the new administration. I am so happy because the last time I was on here, the day before that insurrection, and then of course, one of y'all, which was talking about with the Georgia election runoffs, mentioning about any riots and guns, and I said, don't ever say that. Don't ever mention it. Don't even bring up something like that negative. And lo and behold, if not the next day, that happened with the insurrection. So I know. And where is my good old friend? Where he at? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Usually he comes on here, keep changing his name. Well, it's not the only one. There's a couple of y'all change your name, but so there's 12 of y'all in here, but only one, two, three, four, but 5 of y'all are on here. I guess the other Marlene, Erica, Sexy P, David, Colas. All right, where the other half of y'all? The other half of y'all lurking in the background. No. Mm-mm. Nope. So let me tell you. So anyway, so of course, Wednesday, I couldn't miss the inauguration, so I was kind of like looking at it on CNN, and I was so happy. I took a moment right before President VP. Well, I keep saying President VP Kamala Harris got sworn in. I was so emotional. I was so happy. I was like, yes, first African American woman and Asian to be elected VP. I was so happy. I was like, yes, I had to take a moment. And then, of course, I don't know. So then President Biden got sworn in. I was happy. But I was very, very more emotional with Kamala being sworn in as vice president. Now, I'm surprised ain't nobody went foolish. And, when I was watching it, right before the doors were to open, she almost slipped, but she didn't fall. But it was how she did it with grace, because that carpet and that small little steps, and she was walking down, and she went shoot, and she didn't like tumble, And then when I'm surprised ain't nobody put that up. But when her shoe slid, she got shoot. Then the whoever was I don't know, it was someone from CNN. He started laughing. I was like, shut up, ignorant ass. I'm surprised that nobody brought that up. But I'm quite sure somebody gonna bring it up, but I know I'm bringing it up, but I'm bringing it up because I didn't like the fact that you you laughed. And I mean, you have to go and play it back. You guys have to play it back. Wait, because she walking down the steps, and then, you know, then her left leg almost kind of slid, but she still kept herself up, so it wasn't like some bad thing. What do you think of Lady Gaga and J Lo? Lady Gaga did pretty good. I mean, I love her as an artist. She did that. Let me tell you. And my feelings with J Lo, knowing her from college, way back when in the Bronx and Baruch College. Every time she performs or she's on TV, I keep thinking about her. I was like, God dang, who knew? And and she did a good job. I mean, I never really considered J Lo to be a great singer. In my opinion, she's an okay singer, but she's not like, oh my God, she did that. You know, and I think that when it comes to um I think that when they came to choose different ethnic group, different people, entertainers to represent America, it was a good choice as who they chose. Garth Brooks, J Lo, to represent the Hispanic community. Even though she did say, well, I don't know what she said in Spanish. I didn't catch it because my Spanish is not that great. It's been a minute since I spoke anything in Spanish, so I couldn't catch what she said. It was so fast, and I was so delved into ceremony and stuff. Um, and the outfit that Lady Gaga had on, it was, that's Lady Gaga. That's her style. But it, that big red, big, big. That's just Lady Gaga. I mean, I liked it. I really did. But that's just her style. So, it wasn't over the top. It wasn't crazy. You know how like for what it was, being the red, white, I think it wasn't over the top. But it was a little bit too much, ooh, but I just love the VP outfit, that purple, that's a representation of Shirley Chisholm. And that was the significance of the color that she wore. And of course, Michelle Obama, she that outfit had it going on too. All of them. And even I have to say, even um Hillary Clinton, her outfit was nice too. It was that purple. So, I just love that. Purple's my color anyway. That's my favorite color. I swear to God, if I go in my closet, I think I got like 3, 4 different purple color dresses. Every time I go, if I had to wear something, it had to be formal. It always going to be something purple, purple, black, something. Yeah, Michelle, her hair was flawless. Yes, it was. They did that. Let me tell you, they did that. Only thing I'm so upset about was that I wasn't able to go to DC to go to the inauguration. I was so, because I would have be there. I would have if this corona. You know what? Someone said if the corona didn't happen, Trump still would have been in office. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that right now. That might be another discussion. But I was like, dang, cause see, I would have made my plane ticket. It would have been right up there to witness it. So, well, maybe 4 more years from now, God willing, um, if Biden gets reelected again and 4 more years, they swear in her second term, and VP Harris, she gets re-sworn in after 4 more years. Hopefully, they will bring things back. I won't say back to normal. It still will be high security. Maybe at the 4 years again, the second inauguration, I'll be able to go. Maybe things, people be able to go and things like that. But I was gonna go. Trust me. If they said up, you just have to pass security clearance and be there, I would be right there. I would have been in DC. Trust and believe I would have been going. I would have been going. But yeah, Michelle, her hair was flawless. It sure was sexy P. You know. Now, Colas, why you say Lady Gaga is strange? Strange in what way? Ain't no more stranger than the rest of those people in that Hollywood. She's not even Hollywood though. I don't know. I like Lady Gaga. You know, I like Lady Gaga. She did that. She really did. I couldn't think of anybody else who could have pulled that range off of singing the um, national anthem. Yeah, maybe Jennifer, not Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Hudson, maybe. But how many times she's gonna be singing the national anthem or be invited? Sometimes you have to switch it up. Only person I could have seen, Jennifer Hudson, maybe would have probably been one to go to do it. Well, let's say I didn't see the whole lineup of the other entertainers, but of course, if Whitney was alive and she didn't have lose her voice, I would have seen Whitney do it if she was alive and she didn't have the drug issues with her voice. I could see that happening. Do you know anyone who applied for the second PPP? Nope. The PPP is not a loan anymore. If you apply for the PPP, it is not a loan. Excuse me, it is a loan. It is not a grant like they did the last time. So if you apply for that PPP, that's a loan, 3.5% interest. Um, it must be used as it pertains to the business. So for those who are, if you didn't get that second grant when it was offered, thank you, Avon, aka Leslie, for telling me. If you didn't get that grant the first time when I got that $1,000 and you didn't apply then, you can't apply. That's already expired, gone. And I don't think they will ever do that again. Now they may be bringing back the stimulus where you get the extra $1,400. Because remember when Trump said he wanted 2,000 and stuff. It may be no, it's not a grant, David. And don't talk me off my topic because I wasn't talking about that. My topic was not about talking about the stimulus. So it is not a stimulus. See, that's why I don't like talking on things because people say, I heard, but do your research. Don't make comments just to be making comments. It is not a grant. There are certain parts of that stimulus package that pertain to people could apply for a grant if they was in some sort of entertainment or something dealing with the arts or something of that nature. But this is if someone was like a entertainment arts could get some kind of grant, but there was many stipulations with that. And it's not, that's what that is. But the regular PPP grant that I was talking about, that I told you that well, let me see who did it. I don't know what you did if you followed through, but you didn't. So if you didn't get it, too bad, too sad. Because I do remember when I went over it in the video, pulled up the application, you pulled it up, you asked me 50 billion and the ones questions, questioning me, holding me up for a thing that's only supposed to have been 10 minutes. And if you didn't follow through, so be it. Yeah, why are you going? My videos is not going on. I'm not going to drive my conversation on random questions out of the chat. So, not to be rude, not to be upfront, but my chat is not going to be just guided on random questions out of the blue. Because I'm not trying to stay on here long. And either you're listening to what I'm saying or you're not. But I'm not going over that. And you know the reason why, David, I say that to you is because you always do that. When I bring up the topic at the time and I discuss it and I went over that already, then you say, oh, I heard it's a grant. I hate when people do that. They don't, this year in 2021, please do your own research. Please don't come and say, I heard. Where you heard that from? Because you ain't heard it from me. And when I go, see, I'm trying not to do so much because one thing I started to realize when I was watching other people's channels in these last few weeks is that I would bring up something and somebody be stealing my content and they'll talk about it on their channel and they don't have no clue about taxes. They don't have no clue about policies and nothing. Please stay in your lane. If your channel is about makeup, doing nails and hair, please stay on that channel. Not try to steal my content and you bring it up on your channel and be like you did all the research. That's why I'm not gonna be all this big discussion and research because you know what? And I say that because I'm saying this to particular certain people that I've been watching, and I was like, hold up now. I talked to you about this a few hours ago, and then you making another channel to talk about it like you thought about it and you didn't. You didn't make me upset, David. I'm just being upfront. We had this discussion over the phone. I just don't, I just don't want to be one of these people to be constantly giving advice, helping, showing information, and then people like, oh well, let me see, let me go. Just do your own research. People need to read for your own understanding. Don't rely on me because see, when I give out information and I back up my information, and people bring confusion, well, let me see, okay, that's fine, but let other people follow through because I know some people probably missed out because you could confuse other people. All I'm supposed to do is simply show what I need to show, answer the questions, but I'm not going to be bombarded with, well, what about this and who did this and that? Because I don't know your personal information. When I answer the question, when people have doubt or they question it, like I don't, you make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about, and then it doesn't come off right, and I don't have a whole lot of patience for that, So I'm just going to give out the information, say what I need to say, and move on, and that's it. All right, well, you have a great night. But I'm not. There's nothing for me to be upset about. It ain't no money coming out of my pocket. But I just don't like. I need information to be steered towards what I'm talking about in the topic. You know, I'm not doing all this diverting from people using my content, or using my knowledge, and then they turn around. Here they come. They making a video, and I was like, I didn't even watch it. I said, you know what? I think you could just gonna bring up something. Well, hey, Adrian Go Bucks, look at you coming out the woodwork. Yeah, that's true, Erica. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like to do the research, and they don't like to, get answers. And if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer it. But one thing I don't like is when you showing people something, and then there's a couple people in the past. Now I ain't just talking. Ain't no David either. So don't get all twisted. Say why you saying I did it? No. When I held these sessions for free in the past, especially when it came to the gig economy, I am very, like a few years ago, when I did I didn't show my personal information because there were certain things I showed it and I went over it. Then it's always somebody that they want you to do their tax return when I'm online, and then they want to ask the questions like, and nobody else get a chance to um to understand it. It's just like when you're teaching. How like when you present something to someone and you go in front of a group and you say, okay, today I'm going to talk about this. And they always tell people, please refrain your questions to the end. But if you don't say that, somebody always going to be, but um, somebody's always going to jump in. Well, let me, not to say you don't understand, because if you don't understand, you'll go back. But people want to have their own little agenda, and they want to get, how some people, they just want to get all the answers from you and they don't even try. And then you kind of disturbing other people from listening and learning and understanding. But you focus on getting your answer question and your specific thing. And I'm like, no, that could be something discussed off the record. You know, there's a difference between answering general questions, but then you want to answer your specific issue, and then you break the flow. You could break the flow of the presentation. Sometimes it's best to look at something, listen. Okay, let me go ahead and get all the information. Then when someone says, okay, did anyone have any questions? Then you ask the question, take notes. It ain't gonna hurt just take, if you have a question, say, okay, let me write my question down, and then let me go and ask this question. Listen to the whole thing first, so you get an overview of everything, not pieces of stuff, because people are only going to retain so much information in some short period of time, you know. But when you're trying to get information, well, I heard, and this person said, that's why I really started talking about my experiences in the gig economy jobs and the taxes, because every year somebody always be trying to make YouTube channels. They know what they talking about, and they trying to get like they know everything, and then they trying to get information from other people and they relay it, and they didn't even research. What do you mean, huh? I don't know what you mean, David. Huh, what? I'll come back to you and see what you talk about. So I know people don't understand taxes. That is understandable. But my thing is, all I'm saying is this: is that when don't always get things from people who don't have no experience, no knowledge of nothing, and you could tell who they are, because I spoke to a couple people that I knew in the past. They were like, yeah, I charge about $150, and they ain't got no experience, because I know them personally, or I know them. And I was like, if you want to big your own hustle to do that, so be it. But don't try to make yourself up as an expert. And I know some of your troll hatings in the background. Don't send me no stupid message about nothing. Don't do it. Don't get your feelings hurt. Do not send no message and make no troll page and try to write a book, because number one, I'm not going to read it, and number two, it's going to be reported to YouTube, and that your URL is going to be tracked. So before anybody come up here try to get all mad, and I've been following you for years, obviously you must like what I had to say to keep making these troll pages and writing and sending me a long ass book. That's why the comments up. I think I disabled the comments, so be it. But all I'm saying is this: is that stop stealing people's comments and listening in the bushes, and then here you come making a video, putting on makeup, talking about taxes. I was like, who the hell are you to say something and make up stuff? People be trying to steal information from what you know, and they know during a certain time of the year, people's gonna. It may be a topic around, especially this time of year. Especially this time of year. That's why my channel is not really branded to anything Pacific yet, and I'm really trying not to. I haven't really talked about it too much, because one, I just got so many things to do. I got all these other different jobs, and that starting tomorrow, when I get that laptop and I get paid 2 hours just to plug it in and set it up. I have to let it run for hours, and then come Saturday, Sunday, I will do my self training, and then February 1st, I start taking live calls where they're gonna come through the camera, and then they'll ask whatever questions, and I'm just gonna study to be an enrolled agent, which basically means that I represent people who have issues with the IRS, and then you go to tax court, you could represent them as an enrolled agent. So be careful about listening to other people on YouTube, just regurgitating information that they hear from other people and say, well, I heard that this, I heard is a grant. No, it isn't. Don't keep saying what you heard, because trust me, part of my training is going in depth about the CARE Act and the previous CARE Acts and delving in with factual information. People ain't, it's not hard. It really isn't. I mean, if you have the time to go to the irs.gov website and get all the information and read it, you have to read it. That's why I hate when people be like, well, I don't like to read, and they just want to ask other people so they don't want to research it for themselves. I can't stand that. I don't spoon feed people. If you doing the same job that I'm doing, or if you doing your taxes, you don't have to be a tax law expert to learn what the laws are, but take responsibility of your information. Running to other people to do their taxes is only based on information you give to them. So if I was doing any of your taxes, right? And you say, oh well, I need help doing my taxes. I can't do nothing more than what you give me. If you give me half information, say, well, here you go, here's all my, these are just receipts. Let me show you. Like, these are receipts that I was cleaning out because I'll be scanning these receipts for these free gift cards. And you didn't put your stuff in order all year round. And you do gig work. Say you're Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, DoorDash, whatever. And all year you did 1099. And you hear people, this is what I hear people say all the time. Girl, you can write off everything. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. It is a limit. It is certain things you have to do to keep records. It's 90 half of the taxes is about keeping things in order. Tracking keeping your things in an orderly fashion. I don't care if you have to put it on the computer or, have a simple envelope system and put things in order in receipts or whatever it is you do. Keep writing in a notebook. It's not complicated. People make things so complicated than it needs to be, and it's not. You can take a plain, go to the Dollar Tree, get one of those 99-cent notebooks, and you write down everything. Every day you say, okay, I did Grubhub, I made this amount of money, write it down. I did these number of miles this day. You just write it down. IRS didn't say, oh, it has to be in an electronic form and this and that. No, as long as if you keep this a simple 99-cent notebook and write it down. Just write it down. It don't take but a minute to write down certain things, and then you just put the little receipt in the little booklet or whatever. And that's it. And then if I was doing someone's taxes and they say, here you go, Teresa, here you go. Here's all my stuff. And everything's written down. As long as you have it written down, you got the date, that's perfectly fine. Don't make things so complicated and hear people talking dumb stuff. Because that's what really prompted me to start talking about it, was because all these people came out the woodwork. And I'm not talking about, now I ain't talking about anyone in particular, but it was like a whole bunch of people. They always say, I do Uber Eats, Grubhub, and they got all that for the last three years. They had got all that money in referral money, and they just made a YouTube channel just to, just to make up stuff because they heard what somebody else said. Well, I heard, and this person, they ain't got no reason, they ain't got no sources. None. You know how they say when you write primary source, secondary source? Be careful who you get your information from. Now, I'm not saying I may not know how to edit a video. I may not have the most perfect background and videos and making YouTube channels, but the one thing I do know is that I do know what I'm talking about. Anybody want to question my credentials or say, well, you can't even do, I have a PTIN number. If you go to somebody and they say, oh, I do taxes, I just charge you $150, $200, and they didn't sign that tax return with that PTIN number, which is the tax ID that you have to have enrolled with the IRS that you're authorized to do taxes, and you're charging someone, and they don't have a PTIN number or they don't mention it, don't go to them. Don't go to them. Now I'm not gonna say I've had a couple people on here that I've done their taxes with for them, and I had a PTIN number, and and my credentials, and you have to pay, you have to enroll and pay a fee every year, and they start doing that now. I have to pay $45 every year to enroll that I'm authorized to do taxes. So for me to work at Intuit, I had to have my PTIN number. So this year, I'm going to take the course to be an enrolled agent. So that's going to be another criteria that's going to be added on. And then my goal is to expand my business as a tax preparing company / bookkeeping. So I want to help small businesses and people with their general bookkeeping, taxes, and other business needs. So, hey, sexy, we say wow. So that is it took me a real long time for me to say, you know what, I enjoy talking about taxes. I haven't made a whole lot of videos because I would want a more professional presence when I do it, not this background that you'll see, but I don't know. I'm debating if I should buy me that. I do have this camera, but this camera I have for years. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's not like it's an HD. What is this? I bought this years ago. Vivia camera. So I want to do more professional type of channels and, not do live streaming as much, but more like just different videos and editing and speaking on it, because it's a lot of things that not just the regular, 1040A easy, Schedule C. That's like I said, if you choose someone to do your taxes, and there's gonna be a whole lot of people that'll be pouncing at people, especially those who get the earned income tax credit and the additional child tax credit, and they getting this big stimulus, they'd be quick to, oh, come on now, we could but $1,300 loan, or not even 1,300, it ain't gonna be that high. $700, 900, we could give you a loan on your taxes. I was like, that's a loan. Why would I do that when you could just simply wait when the tax season opens up and get your tax return refund in 2 weeks, and you file electronically and do direct deposit? Don't go to these places that pops up 1 minute they're a hair salon, nail shop, and then next thing you know, oh, we do taxes too. They ain't got no PTIN number. Please run away. Run away, and run away quick, and run away fast, and don't leave your information to anyone. One of the things that I learned that I always knew is that if you go somewhere and they prepare your tax return, they're required to give you your tax return within 24 hours from the time they started. If they holding on to your stuff, oh, hey, come on back. Don't leave your stuff, because that's how people get their identity theft. They got your social security number. They have your address. Next thing you know, somebody open up a loan and you ain't gonna know nothing about it. Don't leave your stuff with anybody. The people, the person that I've been doing a tax return for the last couple of years or so, is because they develop a trust. I'm not losing. I am not getting fined $5,000, $10,000 for foolishness, for doing things dumb. And that's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not. I'm not gonna pay no fine because let me tell you, I'll tell y'all a story another day. But hold on a second. Ugh, it's so hot in here. I need to turn this dang heat off. All right, hold on. You can tell it's hot outside. I can't even tell if it's hot outside. Man, I got to crack the window. I'm like, whew, I need me a humidifier or something. I hate. I turned the heat off when I woke up. Turned it off overnight. Then when I woke up, I said, "Ooh, it's kind of chilly this house." Then I turned it on, but it just feels so dry. And I'm upstairs because heat rises, so the heat downstairs is on, but the air is rising. I can't wait to turn that thing off. My bill was like $100 some. I was like, "What the hell?" I need to call Infinite Energy tomorrow. I need to ask them did they make sure my rate was changed to a lower amount. Cause god dang, ain't no way my bill be that high. It used to be about $30, $40, and that's the electric and the gas separate. Not no 160. It's almost double. I was like, shoot, let me turn off some of these dang lights and turn off. Um, you know how you not if you have your electricity turned on, and if I'm not in two of the three rooms, ain't no point in me keeping it on. So I turned the power thing off because I'm not sitting downstairs in my room. No, nope. It could be about winter, 40, 50 degrees, but it just feels chilly. I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the electric in the rooms that I'm not in. Like I'm not in, and then what is the other thing to be turned off? The other rooms that how you turn on, even though the lights are not turned on, you're still using electricity. So I'm gonna turn off that sitting room, the dining room, the living room. What else? Maybe the garbage. No, the washer because there's no dishwasher. So I'm gonna start turning that. What? Not Chrome Man 13 coming in here. Y'all just come out the woodwork, huh? Y'all must be bored. So, but anyways, anywho's my other update is I bought me a spinning bike. Let me show you. Let me see what it look. Let me show y'all what it looks like. Uh oh. Yeah, where is it? All right, I was trying to look for the bike that I bought. I'm gonna wait till I get it delivered. But anyway, it's steel free delivery, and then I got an extra um $200 off. They're gonna deliver it. It's gonna be assembled, so it's gonna be when I get it, then I'll show y'all. So I was gonna show y'all on the website, but I'll wait till I get it. Sexy P, where you live at anyway? Yep. So I will be getting my spin bike, and it comes with like a there's like the membership fee every for different classes. But I'm gonna get 1 month free because I told them, you know, I said I didn't get no information, and I mean, everybody must be buying exercise equipment to work from home because NordicTrack, um, um, Proform, all these companies, you have to wait almost like a month before they could be able to ship them out. That's how popular it's got. So I'm not going back to LA Fitness anytime soon. Nope, nope, nope. Not with this coronavirus going on. It ain't like they have classes. I doubt it. I'm not. I know people be like so itching and running to, oh, I can't stay at home. I got to go out to the gym. Nope. There's too many germs, too many people crowded up, touching stuff. I'm not. Nope, 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 nope. So, and yeah, it's easy for me to go walking up and down the street and go to Stone Mountain and walk around, but I miss going to spinning classes. I miss going doing going to the pool, working out. I miss fitness classes. So that's the good thing about and I'll talk about it when I get it. It comes with like this big huge screen, and it comes with some weights and an exercise mat and a mat to put on the back for the bike. You could turn the thing around and you could actually do different exercises and workouts, yoga and spinning. It's not just spinning. Like I'll just that's not. I have to wait to show y'all. I can't wait to show y'all. And then I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna record it because I'm not gonna put the bike in this room. Well, I should put it in this room once I clean it up. Take all this stuff. Finish taking the rest of these things out of this room. You see, I took some of the stuff, but I still got that box with the old vacuum cleaner that I took apart. I was gonna sell it on Craigslist and see if people buy parts for vacuum cleaners. I ain't put that thing up yet, so I just put it out to the curb, just throw it in the garbage. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it because if you have like a Bristol vacuum cleaner and you need the parts, I was looking online and people selling parts to vacuum cleaners. Yeah, the bike is not just the bike, it's also the screen that you could do different exercises. Like it would tell you, you turn it, it's like a 360-degree, you could turn it around. I bought the whole thing with the sets with the weights. And then they have it where the person is exercising, they're doing strength training and yoga and um, all these. I have to show y'all. Just you have to see it. It's not just the bike. The screen has the instructors of exercise, and then you get off the bike, and then you just work out online. And then I tell y'all what Wayfair gave. See, I show y'all with the box for those who came late. They gave a pass. Part of it was a class that I could choose. It was like 25 classes, and you could go online. You could do it online, or you could go to the actual different gyms and facilities. But I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet because I just got it today. That's the one I chose. So I'm gonna see what kind of classes and what I'm gonna use that too. But that was the gift from Wayfair. And they just have all these different classes you could buy, these passes, and it was 25 sessions. But that's not part of the bike. That was something totally different. So, because until it starts, spring will be what, a month, 6 more weeks? You didn't always do that though. Wayfair, let me show y'all. Part of their, what's this thing they gave us? What is it? See, this little cute hat. They gave these RX bars. I got 4 of them. Then they gave us this Bluetooth speaker, real fancy too. Bombay socks that I'm wearing. It's so comfortable. It makes my feet not so hurt. This tumbler, real nice. Steel. This is nice. I like these. And it was like a pass. Remember I tell y'all the Good Belly, when they first gave us a welcome gift, it came with that $100 gift certificate to buy the Good Belly, and it came with a whole bunch of other, it came with another Wayfair hat. Not the white one, but this was more like an exercise type of thing. And then they gave us Good Belly, the order online, the other gray hat, another tumbler, but it was the plastic one. It wasn't as sturdy as that one, but I still got it. What else came with that? A picnic basket thing, something you could take to the park, and it's like a little bass picnic blanket that you could. So it was nice. They give nice stuff. They really do. I'm gonna wear my stuff to death too. I ain't worn the other hat they gave us, but yeah, they give you some real nice things. But I'm gonna use that gift pass. And I looked online. Those 25 sessions. That's like almost $50. Um, that's almost like a month and a half of going to the exercise and doing whatever. They also had salon service, so it wasn't just working out. It was also you could also use it to go to like the salon to get like massages and um it was a whole bunch of things. I need to look at it online again. It was so small I couldn't read it. So I'm gonna look at it tomorrow and see which one, if I'm gonna go to the gym or go to a salon. Not that fix your hair, but I think it's like a relaxation where you could go to different fitness clubs or spas. So, and it was 25 sessions. Yeah, 25 sessions. So I assume that's what, 3 months, 3 months, something like that. Yeah. Then we got a dollar raise. So now we make $15, even though it's still low, but it's still okay. There's a lot of perks when you think about it. I could buy, furniture, get a discount. So that's good things about it. You know, that's the good things about all the little perks. But just like I've been trying to tell people, I said they hiring if anyone looking for a job. But I haven't seen where that thing Romeo. That's who I was missing. Romeo talking all that crazy thing about there'll be riots. Anybody broke it? And Lord behold, that's what I was thinking about when he made that comment. And the next day, that riots and stuff on Capitol happened. That's why I said, don't always talk on stupid stuff and be, saying things you be like thinking it's funny. Shoot, people be doing some crazy stuff, crazy things. That's why I said, don't talk on that. I said, don't ever speak on that. That's why I was so upset. When he said that, I was like, don't say that. But I would have never thought in a million years that people would have acted fool. But what we talked about last night, Erica. Those damn people. Let me tell you, the FBI gonna go to the airports, bus stations, train stations. You go to that Homeland Security, and they say, show your driver's license, and they scan your ID. Your picture, your face is kept. So that way, when something happened, and they're gonna go through all those people who came from wherever that came into DC, and all those people trust and believe you you came to DC that day, and you came by plane, train, bus, you gonna get caught. You gonna get caught, and your butt going to jail. You're gonna lose your job. So when people say, "Well, white people, if black people were doing that and black lives, they would have shot them. It would have been a different outcome." I don't even want to think about that. I don't. I do not want to think about that because we all know who took, that called the guards and National Guards and stuff. And I just flipped over CNN a minute ago. They were saying they were let me see what the headline news. It said something briefly. I didn't read it and see what they were talking about. Let me see. Oh, that's what I saw. Oh, you in Maryland? Sexy P, somebody in Maryland won that big jackpot. Not the Mega Millions, the other one, the Powerball. One person in Maryland won the big Powerball yesterday. And they were saying Maryland, one ticket was sold. So I don't know, Sexy P, if you paid a lottery, but you may want to check. Well, I was like, oh my God, somebody in Maryland won that. And then the Mega Million is still rolling on. Still rolling on. Matter of fact, I need to check my dang number, see if I won something. I know I didn't win because nobody won the Mega Millions. But I'm going to see if maybe I get two numbers, at least get $1. Get my little $2 back. Who knows? I don't spend no money in a lottery. You won $4? Well, that's closer than what I got. Shoot. Somebody in Maryland won that other one, so we'll see what happens. But dang, they said that whoever won, if they chose to take the lump sum or an annuity for 20 years, or if they took one lump sum, shoot, it was almost half the money was already taxed. I was like, oh, God dang. And that didn't even include if you have to pay the state income tax on that. So I was kind of like, God dog. But it's still good though. But you know what? They said if you don't know how to manage $10, you ain't gonna know how to manage 10 million. So if you can't budget and you can't know how to budget your money with what you got, you're gonna blow that same millions and millions and millions of dollars the same way. That's why they said majority of people, and I ain't going by no hearsay, but yeah, I heard, nope, they've made documentaries about it. They have written articles about it. They have went back and traced. They went back on people who won the big lottery and 4 or 5 years. those, those people broke. If I don't know, Crow Man, you remember that black guy, big fat guy, used to always wear the white suit. He had the white hat, the white coat, the white pants, white everything. And he one day he was like, "Hey, I won the New York State lottery in the '80s," and he was all over the newspaper, all over the TV. And this was before internet, and he was all over the place. That man is broke now. That man got no money. That money was gone in what did he say? I think 4 or 5 years later, he was right back where he was before. Right back where he was. And he wasn't the only one. There was a lot of people, that, I won the lottery. And I ain't talking about no $1, 2, $3 million. I'm talking about even back then in the '80s, if you won $20 million or whatever, all those people were broke. You didn't know him, but it was on TV. You might be too young anyway. You don't know. How old are you, Crow Man? You wouldn't know him. You probably weren't even born. But it was this black guy. He had this whole, big fat brown looking black man won that New York lottery, and he used to wear a white suit, white hat, white everything. As dark as you are, you shouldn't be wearing all that white. Make no damn sense. Look like a clown. And, and he won all that money. Cause see, that was it. See, you don't know. You probably was 2, 3, 4 years old. You probably weren't even born. You probably one of those babies who were born 1984, class of '96. Boy, just like that puppet said on that YouTube. Boy, I'm about to backslap you. 96. I was graduated from high school in '87. So that means you weren't even just as I thought. If you were born in the class of 1996, that means you were born in what? 84, 82. What year were you born, Crow Man? You're not middle age. What year were you born? 1994. Let me see. Set on my own calculator. See, I was right. What did I tell you? Didn't I say you was probably this was in the '80s, so that means you were 10 years old? You wouldn't know. Like I said, just as I thought. If you were born 1977, this was in the '80s I was talking about. We were what, 9, 10, what? You were probably what, 10 years old. You wouldn't have known that. See, I knew what I'd be talking about. See, you ain't know. But he wasn't just the only one. It was a whole bunch of people. Remember that movie they made about the guy who won the lottery? And then it was a fight between the waitress and what's her name? Rosie was in it, and she was like, "I had a dream. My mother told me the numbers," and they dragged that through court for years. That movie they was talking about when he won the lottery and the ex-wife who is Rosie Perez, she was in it and said that her mother had a dream that they, with the winning numbers and then turn around, she ran up with the Lord. Even though there was some changes in what really happened, it was the black man. He was working for the New York Post and he wrote the story, and they made it to a movie. They made it to a movie with not Kevin Spacey. What's it? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that was a true incident that happened. Now there was some little twists and changes to the story, but basically in a nutshell, they were fighting over the lottery ticket with the waitress and the wife, and everybody was fighting over that. No, no, white man could jump. Erica, no, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the movie with the lottery. Rosie Perez made more than one movie than White Man Can't Jump. She was in it. Let me go. It was the other movie with. Dang, his face is right in my face too. It was about the guy who won the lottery. It was a movie about the lottery. Wesley Snipes was not in this movie. The movie was. Oh, now you're gonna make me look it up. See what it was. Well, anyway, the person was a black man. He was working with the New York Post, and he was writing a story, and it was based on they was fighting over that lottery ticket. And by the time they did all that fighting, the she went off with the lawyer, and by the time the law fees and all that kicked into play, ain't nobody had nothing. Nobody had nothing. What is that dang movie called? But they made a lot of movies about the lottery. The one with Bow Wow. There was, that was fictional, but there had to be a lot of movies centered around the lottery. There was even a thing. Um, let me see what that was. Oh, It Could Happen to You. That's the movie name. It Could Happen to You. It Could Happen to You. Let me see. Let me see if y'all can see. God dang, y'all can't see it. The name of the movie was It Could Happen to You, and that movie was based on a cop and a waitress about the lottery ticket. The cop, who was played by that was a good movie. I liked it. It Could Happen to You. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage was a cop. Rosie Perez, and then they had this white lady. She was a waitress. Bridget Ford. Bridget Fonda. And he went to the diner. He used to always go to this diner all the time. And he said that, oh, if I won this lottery, I'm going to give you half of it and this and that or whatever. And then turned around. He was married to Rosie Perez. And she was like, you did what? You promised somebody give half of the money to someone you don't even know? And then, that whole thing was a mess. And then they went to court because it was like, is it legal? It was in the New York Post, and it was written with the New York Post. And I'm quite sure they changed the story around a little bit. And they that was a big thing. So they went to court, and I don't know what the real legal thing that happened, but there was no verbal agreement. They said, can you based on the winnings, based on a verbal agreement, and nothing was written on paper or nothing, and that was a mess. And that became like um the big thing. Rosie Perez was like, I had it in my dream. My dead grandmother, brother, somebody was telling her about the numbers and stuff. It was a mess. And that thing dragged on for years. That thing dragged on and dragged on to the point where by the time those legal fees kicked in, the only person who ended up benefiting it was the lawyer. So That was a mess, but they always report stuff like that. But I don't know. Who knows? I know one thing. If I want something like that, just keep your mouth closed. Erica, I know I did not download that app for Quick Trip, but I did it again. Went to Quick Trip today. This evening, had to get me something to drink, and still need to get something. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna drink that. I'm just gonna drink that sparkling water, bubbly, bubbly. All right, I'm talked enough. I've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. She wasn't in that many movies, but the story. No, it don't. White man can't jump. They had nothing to do with White Man Can Jump. That's a fictional movie. Rosie Perez was in a lot of movies. What are you talking about? She ain't had no big roles, but she was in quite a few movies. You just didn't remember. She was in a lot of movies. Yeah, I got a smart TV. Why? You gonna give me something for it? Cause I watch all my TV on my computer. I got Hulu. I got Amazon Prime, and I got what's the other ones? And some other free ones. I can watch it on my little phone. I don't even know why I got this smart TV. It's not even hooked up to anything. Rosie Perez was in the Spike Lee movies. She was in. She's been in a lot of movies. She didn't have no big, huge roles, but she was in quite a few movies. It wasn't that big of a blockbuster, but she always played more like the sidelines, you know. I was looking at something the other day. It was some it's a new delivery. It's not really new. I've heard of this place before with the delivery app. They're supposed to deliver snacks, and they're supposed to be in Atlanta. Y'all ever heard of GoPuff? Let me put in the chat. Go. This is app GoPuff. Right now in Atlanta, and people could order snacks and stuff. I guess I don't know. I think they're looking for drivers, but I know one thing. I'm not driving my brand new Black Panther to do no food deliveries. But it was called GoPuff. I've seen it. I don't know where I saw it. I saw it advertised somewhere, and I was looking at YouTube or online or something, and I guess they now in Atlanta. But that was looking at it from previous channels of people's like when they were about over a year ago. So I guess now they're expanding and people says, oh, I know what I read. I know where I came across it from. They was talking about with so many delivery services are popping up that is becoming popular, that is becoming the norm, that um, people are now using other alternative companies. I know what I heard. It was because I was doing my investments for my stocks. I was looking at my I tell y'all I dropped what you call it as a stock. I said, nope, they ain't doing that good. DoorDash. I bought DoorDash stock a few weeks ago, and I said, well, dang, this thing keeps going in the negative. And then I dropped it. And then when I look back, it went up it went up a little bit, but I bought some other stocks. So that's where I came across it. I was reading something on MSNBC, and they was talking about investing. I think CVS been on DoorDash. That ain't new. I wouldn't do DoorDash ever again. Rip off. But yeah, GoPuff is had came expanded and growing, and people could buy. Say they want to get something, you pick up something at CVS or a convenience store or whatever. So people just and DoorDash can kiss my ass. DoorDash be want you to go all over the dang world. I would not do DoorDash ripping people. They're a rip off. They don't even pay like that. By the time you go all the way around the world, it ain't that many people even using DoorDash like that. If you go into Walgreens and PetSmart and stuff, like I tell you, you got to go into Alpharetta, not even Alpharetta no more, because black folks and Mexican people be moving up around there now. You got to go to like Swanee and Buckhead and people who got money, because a lot of people ain't have no cars, and um you got to go into like people who got some money that's going to pay, not be going all over the world, be going to places, paying $5, $6, and then you get there, there ain't nobody got no tip. You can't go to broke people. I'm sorry. You go to broke people who ain't got no money, and you be doing deliveries, and I could make $15 just doing my little survey and doing my little other apps, taking some pictures, and call it a day before I be doing those food deliveries again. The only way I do that is if I know I'm going into areas that they're going to tip. And I would not be driving my Black Panther either. I'll be driving that thing Toyota if I was to do food deliveries. That's why that car is still running perfectly. But to run down my brand new beauty, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not me. Yeah, you got to go to money areas. You got to go to money areas. And let me tell you, everybody ain't trying to go downtown Atlanta, and they ain't trying to go to Midtown, and they ain't trying to go to Buckhead and Swanee and you know, what's the other? Those real nice areas where people work from home. They can't leave anywhere. Even though you may work from home and things like that, and you got kids, virtual training and virtual school. See, just because you work from home, that don't mean that you have luxury to go out and about. People still, people who use the service, they got money like that, they're gonna tip. They ain't spending that much money and going out driving, spending up gas. So when they doing that, it's because they busy. You know, that's like me. I'll be busy even though I'm at home. Once I start doing turbo into it too, by the time I work from one room, do my other job, go to the other room, do my other job, and then go online trying to do my I did it I'm going back to do my other gigs in between where I'm supposed to call the apartments complexes. They got virtual apartments. I got an assignment I'm supposed to be finished tomorrow. I need to finish and call them up and say I'm going there to visit the apartments. But they looking for virtual people to do mystery shopping, calling $15 just to call somebody and and that's like $15. Some of them pay 25, and it's only a few hours. Yep, Gwinnett. Well, I don't know about South Gwinnett, Middle Gwinnett, homely areas. You got to go to Swanee, rich money areas. Swanee, what's it, Buford, up in that country club area. You know, I tell y'all, Buford, that's where that Lakeland, with that bitch with that damn bag of ice and that chicken thighs with with Instacart with the grocery shopping. When the summertime comes, let me tell you, people gonna be all out and about in the summer. They act like masks and stuff don't exist. And see, if I go out there, well, like I said, when I used to go out there, I used to stay in that area. I would say Swanee, Buford, make my rounds. Do when I used to turn on Uber Eats, and I used to make my rounds, and I stay in that area until 9, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock night come, I'm on my way back home. So you have to work the area. You got to go up there and stay there. Work that little area, and then go back home. That's what I did. I had a strategy. I'll go to Snellville, the little nicest areas in Snellville, and then if it brought me to further up, I stay there because that's what I was to do. Instacart, I would stay in that area at that Publix, and I would work that little country clubs, and I'll be all up in those little gated communities, those $1 million homes, and I'll work my way. I did pretty good. When I go, matter of fact, when I look back at my previous records from 2, 3 years ago, when I started doing Instacart and Grubhub and all those apps, I used to look at the pay. I kept all of my pay stubs. You know, I kept all my records and stuff. And I would do that in the areas like on the weekends, like Friday, like Saturday, Sunday. I'll stick around there. And then if I'm going to Midtown, see, once I go to an area, I would go to that area and work it. Do that app, turn that off. Do the other one. Now, I ain't talking about flip flopping either. I'm talking about, see, it used to be so good then when I used to think back and the money I made. And I ain't stay out all night. See, when I watch some people's videos, certain people's videos now, I don't even watch them anymore, to be honest. They be all up and, oh, look like that food delivery. See, the same person talk bad about, I ain't gonna do no Grubhub. I'm gonna stick to do the Uber. Then, and it wasn't just one person either. I'm talking about a couple of people. They used to be all up on doing Uber and Lyft. Man, look what that coronavirus done. Those same people, they switched up. One person, I don't even think he does driving anymore. He's doing TaskRabbit up there in Chicago. Y'all know who I'm talking about if y'all followed the gigs. Geo. One moment he was like, I'll make $2,000 a week with Uber and Lyft. Then when he got kicked off for Uber, everybody was so, what? Guess what happened? That was big news a couple years ago. And then last time, for some reason, his thing popped up a couple months ago, and then he was doing TaskRabbit. And see, we don't know what's going to happen. All those, one moment you be thinking you picking people up from the airport. Next thing you know, you doing food, and then you do food, and you realize you ain't making as much money like you thought you was making. Then now, people want to say, "Oh, can we try to do DoorDash?" Everybody try to jump on Door. Now you can't even really make no decent money with DoorDash. You know, Uber Eats got popping, so it's timber upfront pay. I see where you drive now. That's always been like that. That ain't new. They always showed where you were going. You weren't getting paid for those dead miles to get there. That was the difference. That ain't no different. That ain't new. They've been did that. They'll tell you go up there, turn on the app, and they say, okay, you going to that place, but you driving empty miles to get there. And then when you hit accept, you know that Uber was only delivering within a certain radius anyway. It's not about where you're going. It's the quality of customers that you're delivering to. It ain't about showing it. If I don't see, it didn't make no difference where they show it or not. I knew if I was in Brookhaven, Buckhead, Swanee, that real nice areas with those real nice restaurants, not that raggedy, nasty ass McDonald's and um and those fast food places. Mm-mm. It didn't make no difference blind driving in the past. I didn't drive because see, I already knew. See, you have to know your market. See, it's not the same like it used to be. I knew that if I was in Swanee, for instance, or Snellville, or wherever I was, it was never a blind moment because I knew that if I was on 124 in Snellville and I'm in that area, I know that any of those places was going to ring and someone was going to pick up. And I never had to drive hell out of hell nowhere. Ooh, we be going. It was always a radius, and that was with Grubhub too. See, I was the expert Grubhub doing Grubhub and Uber Eats and stuff, food deliveries. I had my little spot. Trust me, it was 60 miles. I'd be driving, boop, 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 and I never left out of that my little circle of areas. And I did it at a certain time. I did it on a certain area, no matter what area I was going to. If I was doing Instacart and I was going to where those country clubs in Swanee, I did my little 3 hours, 4 hours of grocery shopping during that certain time. No, it wasn't shorter miles. I did it way longer than people think. It wasn't no shorter miles. It was quality of where I was going that I made the money. No, y'all didn't know how to do. Y'all didn't know how to work it. That's the problem. I knew how to work it. See, I wasn't driving all over the world. The only difference between now and back then is that now most of the places are fast food, drive through. I'm gonna sit in this dang line for the next 20 minutes and delivering to cheap ass people. That's the difference it was. Those restaurants and stuff that I used to deliver, even if I was in Buckhead, wherever I was, I didn't. It wasn't about the short miles. It was the quality of restaurants they had at the time. When they started expanding out in the suburbs, and you were going to KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, Yuck Yuck Burgers, and all these other fast food places picking up food. Mm-mm. It wasn't that much, and you still got paid. And matter of fact, you still got paid for the miles from the time you left the restaurant. And even if it seemed like it was a little distance, but it wasn't. You still got paid way more. The payout was higher. The payout was much higher, and more orders. You can't expect people to pay premium price for some nasty ass fast food places. Even though I eat fast food now, which I'm trying to detox and get that sugar out of my system, the quality wasn't there anymore. It wasn't there. I could make more money doing my little survey apps and taking some pictures here and there and doing all those other things before I do food deliveries ever again. It ran its course, you know? It ran its course. That's all that was. If they kept the pay the same and they was doing it now and they had a minimum guarantee, trust me, it would have been better. But it wasn't. It wasn't. And it's always going to be cheap pay regardless of where you go. That's why people ain't really making money as they think. They're not making money like they used to. And the only time people I know who's probably making some money, but you out there all night. I'll be damn in hell if I'll be out fast food delivery at 11, 12 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock. Man, you better fix yourself a peanut butter jelly sandwich and eat some cereal and call it the day. You know, That's for sure. And then people used to criticize me. You always talking down about people doing deliveries, and you always didn't know. I'm not. I just knew how to be smart about it, and I knew when to leave. You know what they say: know when to fold them, know when to hold them. You better know when to fold them. You know when to hold them. You know, don't be wasting. I ain't wasting my time doing all that stuff. Shoo. Nope. Now, some new company came around, and you know, I don't even do Amazon Flex no more. Even though I could go back and switch my profile got switched over to Amazon Flex, but and they got an Amazon facility right up the street. I could have gone. I could go up there and do packages and do it. Oh, I don't even have time to be honest. I don't even know why I'm even mentioning it between working and then I'll be working my regular job in a couple, tomorrow when the computer comes and things like that. But my whole thing of driving and doing food deliveries, it's a season and it's a season for everything. And my season had ran out. You know, 3 years of doing that, 3 years, almost 3.5 years. When you really think about it, I did it for 3.5 years, 4 years. Some of those places I used to do, yeah, but that's why I ain't doing it. I don't know. I have not yet tested the waters and see if that new facility allows people to pick up packages and where you're going. But I'm not going. I'm not picking up 30 packages to go all the way to Beaufort, Lake Lanier, Auburn, Georgia, wherever else they want you to go, and then drive back home with all that 100 miles just to do. Nope, nope. Not in my brand new vehicle. I'm not doing it, and I ain't gonna even do it with my Toyota either. I just can't. Only reason. Mm-mm, nope. With all the coronavirus and stuff going, I'm not trying to be going up to people and just drop the food off on this porch and all. Nah, that's nope. There's too many ways to make money and still doing food deliveries. Yeah, nope, it's not interesting. It was good when I had to do it when it first came, but it gets to a point where you have to kind of sit back and say, okay, what is it that you want to do? I'm still trying to finish learning my lessons on Udacity about data science and learning the code and stuff. Man, Gainesville, shit. Crow man, see, that's what I'm talking about. Hell no. Gainesville. You know how far Gainesville is? That's like almost an hour away. Nope, not doing it. That's just crazy. If I had to go to Gainesville, I'm gonna have to stay in that area for about 4 hours and work my little circle, and then whoop, we going back home now. But no, oh no, we'll be up there, be stuck. 40 miles exactly. I might as well go to goddamn Augusta if that's the case. I might as well go all to Augusta if I'm gonna go 40 miles one way. That's 40 miles to get up there and 40 miles to get back. And then you probably drove 40 miles, 120 miles for that whole day, and then you factor in how much you made that day. Nope, 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 nope. Can't do it. Can't do it. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I was thinking the other day. I said, "Oh, dog, all the places I, used to work for and do." I said, "The Live went out of business. The Live is no longer. They busted. They gone. Doing picking packages up from the mall and Best Buy and all that stuff, delivering people packages. The Live was gone. um, what was the other ones that I know is no longer? The other local one in Atlanta. Um, they were in Atlanta for a long time. What was that one? I could see the thing. Zifty, Zifty, they gone. They was in Atlanta for years, 14, 15, 16 years. Zifty gone. They no longer around. Now, if they are still around, which I doubt, I don't even think Zifty's around anymore. I haven't even, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Zifty. Um, I don't think they're around anymore. I haven't driven in a bit. I haven't gone to Buckhead and all those places in a minute. I think maybe the last time, months ago, maybe around the summer, I might have seen them for a little bit. But I think after a while, they gone. I don't think they could have sustained themselves too long because most of those companies they were dealing with, um, they no longer was open. So when they closed down, because they had a lot of local companies in Midtown. A lot of those restaurants were closed. So that was their main clientele. And then after that, they couldn't sustain themselves either. And they didn't have fast food. They didn't get the clients like McDonald's and Burger King and Yuck Yuck Burger and all those places. They didn't have enough of those places to pick up. So I think they gone too. And the only reason why Uber Eats and the only reason why Uber Eats and DoorDash is still hanging in there is because they got those fast food places to do the deliveries. And those other companies, um, those small mom and pop stores, they didn't have driveways. So when they were closed for inside dining and they would have to decide where they're going to sign up and do Grubhub and Uber Eats and all those other companies. They're not going to do all three. They ain't going to choose all three, four of those companies to give them 30, 40% of the money to use their service. So they probably would, they can't enter in those type of contracts and afford to pay the activation fees and up the prices on the food because those restaurants have to buy the food and that's became expensive and limited. You know how limited it is for a small private restaurant to come up with make burgers or come up with the accounts to buy those type of items and those prices go up. Yeah, the only reason why Uber Eats and Grubhub and even DoorDash is still around is because, especially DoorDash, is because they expanded from doing food to picking up prescriptions from CVS and non-food items. And Walmart has their own arrangements with other companies that people could just come and pick it up. But people could pick those stuff up themselves. If they have a car, they just go and drive up, pop the trunk, put the stuff on, and keep on going and going about their business. The only people who's paying for food grocery deliveries because they don't have a car. And if they ain't got no car and they don't have a way of getting their groceries, they're not going to tip. They don't have no money to tip. Discretionary income is limited. So it's only so much that people could afford. That's why a lot of people doing these food banks. They go to food banks. Monday I went Martin Luther King birthday when they made the announcement that they said they was giving away some fresh vegetables and chicken. And I was trying to go to Big Ben Church. I said, "Oh, let me go over to see what they got over there." Right? I got there at 11 o'clock. It was open at 10, and I got there about 11:15. They already sold out. They already gave away all that fresh food. I didn't even know what they had, to be honest. I don't even think it was all that because I went to a church up the street. They said they had fresh vegetables and stuff, and I got was what three pears, not pears, plums. It wasn't even a plum. I think it was a plum, some combination of two different fruits, and the thing looked like it was almost rotten. It was like, and some dried up sweet potato. I mean, I was grateful to have it, but it wasn't fresh. I'm thinking that somebody had a garden and they just had fresh green vegetables. That's why I really went there, was to get, if they had vegetables and it was, garden picked. That's why I went to go. But when I saw the box, I was like, this ain't fresh vegetables. So I think I only was able, they gave me one head of cabbage, about three plums, two oranges, three oranges that was almost spoiled. I was like, this thing ain't even fresh. And I think I used them as compost because I didn't even eat it. And I did cook some of the cabbage. I didn't cook all of it. And no, I did cook all of it. It was a small head of cabbage. And that was it. So I was kind of like, what is the quality of the food bank food they giving away? Because if they said this is fresh and it wasn't. That's why I'm hoping this year that my garden thing, it's in the background, y'all can't see it. I'm trying to grow me some fresh vegetables and fresh. I ain't gonna say fruit because it's gonna be hard to grow fruit. Well, I could do strawberries. I could try that. I'm gonna see if I can get me some strawberry seeds tomorrow and see if they're selling some. So I'm gonna do a strawberry thing in the pot. Hopefully it'll work this time. So, and kale, but that's a fall thing. I should have planted that in the fall, but I ain't had it ready. But anyway, I'm gonna try me some experiments of growing my own vegetables and maybe grow me some strawberries this year. Not in the backyard in the ground because I'm gonna do the pots and put them in these big buckets. I'm gonna try that first, and then hopefully this year I'll be able to show y'all some my little gardens that I'm trying to grow. Right now the seedlings are in the bathroom because I put it in there because that's where mostly the light and it could be more not as dry. So I'm hoping in the next 4 weeks I'll see my little seedlings. I could show y'all what it look like. Matter of fact, let me show y'all what it is. I'll be back. See, look, I got about I got about 8 of these is stackable. And one is Swiss chard, another one is lavender, and the other one is, why does it look dry up already? Rosemary. Oh man, these things are dry. Let me put it back. All right, I'm back. So that's my little experiment with the seeds. So I'm gonna see. I know some of them might be too early because some of it says March, but I don't know what that means. That you start backwards and then it's supposed to start developing some leaves or whatever in March. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I just started a couple of days ago, so I'm not expecting a whole lot to come busting out of the seeds anytime soon. But hopefully this year I'll have me some type of vegetables in my gardening pot in the backyard. So anyway, I've been on here going on 1 hour and 50 minutes. So I talk too much, talk too much, talk too much. So I'll see y'all. Bye, Chrome Man. Bye, Erica. Bye, Sexy P. Bye, David. Hey, Adrian, go Bucks. Colis. B Art. Who else I'm missing? I know there's a lot of y'all more than the names that I mentioned. So all those who's in the background lurking. So comment, well, not comment, but subscribe if you're new. I appreciate it. And I'll probably come on tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow as well. And then I'll do some other videos, not live videos, but tape videos. And then I'm going to share with y'all some links that I've been making. It's not a lot of money, but I've been doing some other little apps to kind of compensate to get some free gift cards and points and stuff. And I've been doing that for a minute. And I've been saving money here and there, but it all adds up. So it's kind of like an experiment. I want to see by the end of the year how much I could make doing it. But so far it seems pretty interesting. But I share that with y'all in my other video. So watch out for a video. It's going to entitle Ways That I Save Money. And then I'm going to list some of the links that I do. And I appreciate y'all just check it out. But it's a way of saving money, and it's a way that a lot of these companies are now targeting their marketing strategies. And to obtain the data they need, they'll give you points to get free gift cards. So far, I have gotten a lot of gift cards that I use for Amazon, and pretty much a lot of them were just free. I didn't have to pay anything extra to do it, and it's something I'm gonna share with y'all. Some people I did send a link to, but I think y'all say, well, y'all don't even study it. So, but anyway, that'll be another video, and I'll put some of the links on. And when you think about it, think of it like this: if you had to save loose change, or say, I see a lot of Facebook groups saying money saving challenges and all that stuff. In a way, it's something like that. And I'm trying to play it like a game. So, but I was surprised when I looked at it. I said, what? I got $25. And, $25, that could help pay a small bill or help offset things like gas. We all go to the grocery store, and it's just a different way of doing things, I guess. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one.